I know my country is a war economy. I know that here in America, we do a pretty good job convincing ourselves that war is a constant in nature and that nature abhors a vacuum. And if we're not the top dog, then somebody else will be. And then it will be our women and children going up in flames. There is big money in making weapons here in America and stirring up conflict overseas. And I know that here in America, we all pay a price for funding this war machine. We pay a price psychologically as well as financially. We see it in our crumbling schools, our crumbling infrastructure. America is a nation that has money for bombs, but none for health care. I know that all war can be prevented. But in America, we love war, and we have been trained to become a violent people. We are becoming more and more violent year after year as our economy becomes a war economy. It destroys all our institutional memories. Even doctors have become AR-15 toting congressmen like Ronnie Jackson, Donald Trump's personal physician from Texas. This is what weapons and war do to a doctor. Here is a healer. Here is a doctor, Ronnie Jackson, describing why he loves Donald Trump.
And I realized I really loved the man. I loved his attitude. I loved his aggressive nature. I loved the way he just said what he thought. And I realized that we had a lot in common. And
this is a doctor. What do you love?
I loved his aggressive nature.
I love his aggressive nature. We, as a people, live for aggression, which is why the most corrupt president in modern history, Donald Trump, is running for re-election on a new type of law and order, one dripping in aggression, one dripping in sadism. Donald Trump, who has more criminal investigations that I have time to mention, he is running for president, appealing to a certain segment of our population who will vote for him if he promises public hangings, public firing squads. Rolling Stone magazine reports that Donald Trump, this criminal, is going to run on getting tough with criminals, shooting drug dealers, and, he says, making their loved ones pay for the bullet. The Republicans love the Second Amendment, or at least their wrongful reading of the Second Amendment is what they love, but they sure hate the Eighth Amendment, which prohibits cruel and unusual punishment, which is why we never prosecuted a single Bush appointee who sanctioned torture during the war in Iraq and Afghanistan. This Miskite is Gina Haspel. She was appointed by Donald Trump to be CIA director. According to the New York Times and ProPublica, Gina Haspel oversaw a secret CIA prison in Thailand back in 2002 where al-Qaeda suspects were tortured. They were waterboarded. They were locked in a small box that was then thrown repeatedly against the wall. Tortured. Gina Haspel testified under oath that this quote-unquote enhanced interrogation technique, that's what Cheney and Bush called torture, an enhanced interrogation technique. During her confirmation hearings, when Trump appointed her to head the CIA, Gina Haspel lied under oath and said enhanced interrogation was successful in obtaining actionable intelligence. That is a lie. And instead of going to prison, Trump appointed her to head his CIA because he is all about the cruelty as is most of the Republican Party and too many Americans. According to Rolling Stone, Trump executed more prisoners than any modern president. 13. He would have executed more if he could find enough on death row. And he can't wait to become president again to kill more prisoners. We have a very aggressive nature. The American people thrive off violence, pathological violence.